Monday, members of the Fort Myers Beach Town Council made it clear to themselves and to the people who live here that the resignation of the town manager will not affect the effort to recover and rebuild. It all depends on where someone gets hit. If it's a sensitive area like an eye, it could cause permanent damage. He didn't realize that meant no one would be able to drive right up to their front door this morning. Instead, they ran into this noisy mess. The LCSO deputies are diverting traffic for those driving here on US 41 and North Key Drive in North Fort Myers. They all made the rookie mistake of leaving their car doors unlocked. Easy marks for crooks. Take a look right up here. While the owners of the bookstore wanted to renovate and rebuild, the owner of this building has a different idea. He told me it was like death was knocking on his door. Drivers can drive right into this spot and plug themselves right in. Take a walk with me. You can see it's just steps away from right here. You can see crews are working hard here to repave some of the roadways that were damaged during the storm. Your mom has been waiting for you all day. How does it feel to be able to hug her?
Feels great. I'm alive, and that's all that matters.
Let's get right over to Weather Authority meteorologist Juliana Mejia. It is definitely chilly out there, but we're not seeing a white Christmas. What can people expect going into this evening? But still, that's not happening, and a lot of people are still going to the beach. South Marco Beach is packed despite these warning signs popping up. Red tide has had a much stronger impact on Marco Island in the past, so vacationers don't seem too concerned. Wink News reporter Michelle Alvarez is live at Southwest Florida International Airport. Michelle, how are people impacted by the canceled flights working around it? Oh my gosh, well, I'm going to have to borrow your pet too because I don't have one, but I really love the fact that they're doing something so special for the animals, especially on a weekend. We're always looking for fun things to do.
I know, right? Get them out. Make them social. We love it.
The 3 feet of water in our house ruining everything.
That was only the beginning of TJ Johnson's hurricane nightmare once Ian touched down here in Southwest Florida.
We had a plan to leave by car once it got up over a certain stair out our backyard. And as soon as that point came, we went out front. There was a 2-foot river going down the front road.
Living on a canal in Cape Coral, Johnson expected the storm surge to be bad, but he never thought he'd be trapped in all directions. To make matters worse,
Our neighbor's 30-foot boat's trying to come through the living room.
For 10 hours straight, he watched this boat pound on his window. And with each passing second, all he could do was pray that his home would weather the storm. Did you ever question that you guys might lose your lives during this storm?
Absolutely. Yeah, I didn't want to let it on to everybody around me, but I thought it a couple times.
Thankfully, he's here today, despite some severe damages, even making new friendships in the process.
I've met 90% of my neighbors where I didn't know anybody for the first 6 months, and everybody's been trying to help and get help and asking for help and offering help, so it's been good.
Construction crews are everywhere on Fort Myers Beach. Some people only see the devastation, but others think about the possibilities. One of those possibilities, widen Estero Boulevard to 4 lanes. The busy road is typically packed with cars, making traffic miserable.
Sometimes it's taken me 2 hours just to get off the island. And that's crazy. Hour and 45 minutes to get to Mr. Tequila. And when you're thirsty for a margarita, that's a long time.
But when it comes to expanding Estero Boulevard, Dabrowski is willing to wait.
We're already losing so many of our old Florida houses, and they're just building bigger, stronger structures, which we understand, but that's not why we all moved here.
The charm is, and Sherry's not the only one worried about the future feel of Fort Myers Beach.
We've already lost so much at this point. We're worried about it looking like Clearwater Beach or South Beach. You know, we really don't, we're hoping it doesn't go that route.
They both admit traffic is a big problem, especially during season. Their solution?
We need parking. Parking, just have access to where if people are coming over, there's places for them to park instead of having to go up and down the island looking for a place to park.
So that Fort Myers Beach can keep the same quaint little town feel it's known for. No matter the occasion, Richard Bergen always wears his World War II veteran hat. A retired member of the Air Force, it's a sense of his identity, one he cherishes even more on Veterans Day.
I joined in December 19.
Richard was 19 years old when he signed up 80 years ago. He was there on D-Day. something that makes his daughter proud.
I've always been proud of my dad. My dad's an honorable, good man. Didn't really share many stories with us until about 10 years ago about some of the things that he saw. He was in Normandy, and about 5 years ago he received the French Medal of Honor.
Now Richard talks about his service at the St. James City American Legion. This has been his safe space since Hurricane Ian hit him hard.
When our community was destroyed, it was heartfelt for all of us. It was most of my family's here. I mean, the group here is phenomenal. They've done amazing things for the community.
As you might expect, Richard's a pretty popular guy here. So on Veterans Day, people turned out so they could shake his hand.
Oh boy.
That's a lot, right?
I felt a lot.